Welcome to Igniting the Fire. Here is your host, Dr. Matt Stover.
Hello, Catawba County Schools, and welcome back to the Igniting Fire podcast. As you all know, we are interviewing our incredible employees across Catawba County, and we are on a mission to help ourselves, help our students stay ignited. And so today I have with us Ms. Heather Hauser, our elementary school director. And for those of you who haven't maybe watched the podcast, I am Matt Stover, the superintendent for Catawba County Schools. So, Ms. Hauser, so good to have you with us today. Glad you were kind enough to be here and be on. I know you're super busy, so we're going to cut right to it. Ms. Hauser, what is something that what is your why? Why are you in education, and what keeps you ignited to keep coming to Catawba County Schools every day?
Well, I love people. And so I'm just naturally, I feel like a coach, a motivator. So what ignites me and gets me happy every single morning is just to go in and try to make someone's day better. I love to love the unlovable. So it's just kind of I feel like this is my mission field. This is the only thing that I was chosen to do. So I don't have any trouble getting out of bed in the morning, ever.
Awesome. And I've gotten to see that over the years. I think you and I first met several years ago. You came to be a principal in Lincoln County, and just did an outstanding job. And what stood out to me was how engaging and how passionate you are about education. And so I've gotten to see your leadership over the years, but our viewers haven't. So I know we were talking earlier about a story that stands out to you that demonstrates your spark and how you've ignited others. Would you mind sharing that with us today?
So I had a teacher who had always been given the challenging students, behaviors, academics, and honestly, I had just listened to past people about her reputation, and I even had that teacher on an action plan, did a lot of work with her, and I decided when it was it was her year to be in the next grade level, I decided to give that teacher a chance. Again, love the unlovable. And so I put my child and some other children in that class. And that year, not only did she receive Teacher of the Year because she worked harder because somebody believed in her. Honestly, if you ask my child today, that is her favorite teacher, and she changed our hearts too. It just showed me that I needed to give everybody a chance, and everybody starts over every single day. So that was pretty powerful, and she still means the world to me.
Yeah, you just said love the unlovable, and I think we all have unlovable characteristics sometimes, but when you say that, that really does mean love the unlovable. So have you seen that when we all know that we've come across students, parents, community members, sometimes they're hard to love. What are some things that you do to ensure that you do love those people?
Yeah, well, I first think you have to know their story. And I don't think any child ever comes to school that they were born bad. So there's a reason they're having some issues. So I think when you pour your heart into them and make that special connection, and when they see that you care about them, I mean, they can change your life just as much as you can change their life. So that is always my goal, is to find that one kid who maybe the teacher doesn't want him or her in the class, and just try to make a personal connection with them.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful to have gotten to see that over the years. And so, you and I have had a lot of conversations, and we've talked about your own personal leadership and where you're going to grow from being a principal. And here you are as the elementary school director. And we know that when you're not around students or responsible for them every single second of every single day, it's challenging. So what are some things that you're doing in this new role that's helping you stay ignited?
So I can say it was a very hard transition. I never thought I would be here because, again, people are my passion. However, this summer I was able to meet with principals individually, and I can tell you what has ignited me the most was it's kind of like when you have your own personal child and you think your child's the prettiest or the most athletic. Every single principal in this school in this district has either cried or something, sharing a story about their staff. And to be around the staff now is just, everybody feels like their school is the best. And so that means a lot to me, because I always thought my school was the best. Yeah. I'm kind of staying, Dr. Mainer's goal this year was more visibility. And so I think I was at like 6 open houses yesterday, one before. So just trying to find my way to make sure people know that I'm actually here to always just support, and that is my role.
Great. Yeah, just because we're at the central office doesn't mean that we can't be with people. And our vision in this county is very clear. We lead from the classroom out. And so I really appreciate you diving back in and have that personal relationship with our leaders. I know they appreciate it as well. So as I think through not only your leadership, but your family, known your family a long time, your husband's in the system, athletic director, teacher, incredible employee, 2 wonderful kids. How have you balanced your time? You've been a principal, you're athletic director's wife and assistant principal, but yet I see you being an incredible mom and wife too. So how do you do that?
I would say put family first, but I'm not sure I've always done that. I just think you find the time, just like, with my husband, if I'm going to see him, I typically am at Maiden High School 3 or 4 nights a week. So that's kind of how, I've done it just to and you've seen me at a ball field. A lot of times I'll have my computer, my notebook, whatever working. I just think it is hard to balance a job if you're like a workhorse and that's just kind of like your personality. But your families definitely should be your priority, and that's what we preach to everybody else. So we probably need to, do that ourselves. So it is hard, but I think I've learned, especially this summer, passing to my mom, that time will go. Somebody will pick up the pieces for you. Right. Catawba County did that for me, my brother, and Kane. Those 2 weeks that we were at home, so people didn't bother us. People can do the job, and they'll support you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it goes to show you this job's still here, even if we're not.
Right.
But we take this so seriously that sometimes we think that it won't, but it does. And so, thanks for sharing that. So, we're going to wrap up here, and again, we're here to ignite our employees. We want to stay ignited every day. If you had 1 or 2 pieces of advice for maybe an employee who's not as ignited as someone who's in a new role, or someone who's over ignited and can't organize, what are some strategies you might have for them?
I think you need to find your person that you can talk to and you can trust, but I also think you need to be honest with yourself. And if you get into this position and you don't find love and joy, the kids need your best. They deserve your best every single day, because sometimes we are their best, their only best. So I would just encourage you to pray a lot. Even on a bad day, it's all about your mindset. So even if you think you're going to have a hard day or you come across challenges, you put a smile on your face and know that honestly somebody has it worse than you. And I don't know. I'm a very positive person, so right. I don't like to surround myself with people that are not positive. So just find your people. Yeah.
We've talked about that with our new employees: is be strategic who you're with. No one really likes to be around anyone who's Eeyore, right? And we certainly don't want that for our kids. So, Ms. Hauser, thank you so much for being on our Igniting the Fire podcast. Can't wait to continue to interview our employees. We have incredible stories, incredible employees. And we want our fire to be especially bright this 26-27 school year. So thank you very much.
Can I give one shout out to the person who really made me who I am today?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've always, again, wanted to be a teacher. I was the one in elementary school, and the teachers, we had a new curriculum, they would give me the textbooks to take home. But my high school principal, Debbie Long, who was the principal at Maiden High School, the reason I became an administrator is because of her, and I always like to brag on her. And the reason she stuck out to me is because at Maiden I played 3 sports. When I tell you she was at every single game, I'm not exaggerating. Yeah. Like for all those years, and just being the administrator that I knew I could walk into her office and have a discussion, not to be scared, just to have that relationship. And she still takes me and encourages me today in every new role. So I definitely wanted to give old Debbie Long at Maiden High School a shout out.
Yeah. Hey, that's great. That's what we want. That gets me fired up, and so thank you, Ms. Hauser. We appreciate your dedication, your passion. Catawba County Schools, Monday, our students come back. I don't need to tell you, we're going to be ignited. And folks, I hope you have a great start to the school year. We'll see you back here again on Igniting the Fire podcast next week.
Special thanks to our guests and listeners. Thank you for listening. We hope you are inspired and empowered.